Today we are gonna let our opponents have a really fun time playing Hearthstone and definitely not tilting when they trigger the 6th ice block in a row. So we're playing the updated version of the deck that I showed you last time. Basically it's OTK Mage. The main part that changed from the last video is that we're gonna be using the tide pools to complete the quest this time. The main benefit of this is that you can play them at any point through the game. Just let them sit on the board. And then once we have our combo pieces in hand, which is Sorcerer's Apprentice, Tathalan Bloodwatcher, and Archmage Antonidas, we can just trigger all of the effects in one turn, and we can have a lot of spells quickly to complete the quest, get the extra turn, play the Archmage, and get free fireballs for life. Also, we are using Tidepool Pupil and Rewind to get extra copies of Ice Block, so our opponent is gonna have to face that damn secret a lot of times, and yeah, we'll see how it's gonna go today. Alright, so we found our first opponent here. It's gonna be Warrior. That's usually easy to beat with this deck, unless they play something that kills my hand or my deck. Definitely want a mulligan for Ice Block or Ancient Knowledge. We want to get that as early as possible so we can get as many copies as possible. Alright, we got the Research Project. That's a really good play for turn 2. Okay, he's just passing. That's perfect. He's not putting on any pressure, and we get the Ancient Mysteries. Nice. So next turn we can Ancient Mysteries, Ice Block, and then Tidepool Pupil to copy it. Oh, we actually get the second Ice Block already. So just to guarantee that we don't draw into it and the Ancient Mysteries become useless, I'm gonna use Ancient Mysteries right now. We don't really need to be that mana efficient, so I'm just gonna play the more expensive Ice Block next turn, followed up by Pupil, and then we already have 3 Ice Blocks. Sure, he's just getting some armor, I don't mind. Coin, Temple Berserker. Research Project, that's gonna come in handy next turn. So we're definitely gonna Ice Block and then copy the Ice Block. I wonder what his game plan is. So far his deck is not very coherent. Rewind, that's amazing actually. Oh, we didn't get another Ice Block, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna take the Research Project probably. We definitely want to draw as early as possible. Book of Spectres, Sphere of Sapience, that's an amazing draw. Sphere of Sapience is definitely one of the best cards in the deck, because it can let you put cards that you don't really need at the bottom of the deck, which guarantees that you draw all of the important cards before you draw the last card in your deck. Sometimes that can be very critical, because you might get fatigue damage if you draw too much, and so this really helps with it. Yeah, this is looking really good so far. We got the Frost Nova. Not actually gonna use that. Probably just wanna use Research Project into Varden. Depending on what we draw, we might also cast something else. Another Frost Nova. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna use Varden right now. We could also use the Book of Spectres, but I don't really know what to do with the rest of the 2 mana. We could use one of them to trade the Librarian, or we could actually just ping the 3/1. Yeah, that might be the best play here, because I usually want to use the card draw as early as possible. But the problem is, if we draw more than 2 cards that are not spells, then we overdraw or our hand is gonna be full. So I'm just gonna use Varden right now. Actually, I'm gonna use Frost Nova and trade this. Just want to trade as early as possible to know which cards we're gonna get as early as possible. We can still Varden next turn. Actually, we could even just ping and Book of Spectres and then trade the Viper next turn. Canary, sure. Alright, yeah, that might be the best play. Tidepool Pupil, that's very nice, even though we can't use any Ice Blocks right now since we still have one up. But we can use it next turn for the Frost Nova. Alright, so we're gonna start with Book of Spectres probably. I mean, the chance of overdrawing is pretty low. Nice, alright, so we don't overdraw. Nice. Yeah, that's fine, even if all 3 get discarded. It gets us a lot closer to the bottom of our deck, which is where we need to get to win. So right now, I think I'm just gonna Hero Power the 3/1, then we take 12 damage, and starting next turn we can just Frost Nova, Varden, copy the Frost Nova, and then play another one. Also want to play Tide Pools right now to free up our hand. And again, we don't have to trigger this before we do the OTK combo, because we can use all of the 3 charges in one turn easily. Alright, so now the big freeze will be starting. Actually might want to use Frost Nova before the rewind, because if we don't get to discover an ice block from it, the Frost Nova is going to be pretty valuable as well. Ice block, perfect. And then we pupil, I guess? I mean, I could use one of these charges right now. Our hand isn't that full anyways, but I like to keep it as clean as possible. If we draw into any card draw, I really want to be able to use that, so I'm not gonna use it this turn. Yeah, let's just trade this first of all to see what we get. Archmage. We've almost got the full combo in hand. We still need a couple more spells for the quest to complete. Rewind. That would help us with completing the quest. Also, we could get another ice block from it, but it's not guaranteed. I'd rather take the Frost Nova and guarantee that we have an answer to his board. Ragnaros, sure. It's not even triggering the ice block. And it hits the pupil, that's amazing. We might actually just take the Viper and trade it, but at the same time, I think I'm not gonna use all of the 4 charges, even if I use it every turn right now, and it's just gonna save us 1 mana if we draw from it, so let's do that. Also, it puts the Viper at the bottom of the deck, which is gonna be ideal. Book of Spectres, that's really good. Yeah, I'm just gonna use that straight away. Librarian, and there we got the last combo piece. So right now we still have 3 copied spells in hand. We're gonna get 3 from this, so we're sitting at 7 out of 8. Let's trade it to see what we get. Fire Sale, we can also trade that. Jaina's Gift, sure. I can't use it for Arcane Knowledge right now, or else my hand is gonna be full, so I'm just gonna play Varden and pass. It doesn't really matter if this hits our face. We only got 5 cards left and we have enough card draw to finish him before he can trigger our last ice block. So we already guaranteed win if he doesn't have a way to remove anything from our hand. Ignis, sure, I don't mind. I'm not 100% sure what the weapon effects can be that he can get from this, but I think it shouldn't be able to destroy secrets, right? Sure, get some armor, excavate, forge. That's fine. It hits the Varden. Let's get a new fate. So we know that the bottom 2 cards are our tradable ones. I still want to wait 1 turn, so he can trigger one of the ice blocks and I can play one of them. We're gonna be at 2 out of 8. We get 3 from here, then we're at 5. And then we have 2 more here. So we might actually need to give him 1 more turn to trigger another ice block so that we can actually get to 8. But oftentimes you actually discover something from this that can let you discover something else, but I don't want to take that risk. So we're just gonna play it slow. I might not even want a Frost Nova here just to make sure that he can absolutely trigger the ice block. And then next turn I can still use Frost Nova because he's gonna trigger it guaranteed from the Ragnaros. Yeah, let's do it like that. We can actually use this just to Frostbolt his face, just to get rid of some cards from our hand. Yeah, I don't need to draw any extra cards, we got enough ice blocks left. Yeah, this is looking pretty 1. At least he plays it correctly and gets me down to 1 HP. Many people still don't know how to play around ice block, or at least how to properly play against it, and they will hit you with like a 6 attack minion when you have 6 health left, which leaves you with 6 health instead of 1. Bran Bronzebeard, well, he can't play any more minions, so that's not gonna help him. Tide Pools, alright, that guarantees the victory actually. But we still have to take 1 more turn, because we need 8 mana for the combo, and if I play this I only have 7 left, so we only have to play it, then play one of the copied ice blocks, and now we guaranteed win next turn. Nice. I might actually Frost Nova just for the fun of it, but nah. Let's just be as efficient as possible with our cards, even though it doesn't matter. I bet he's having a really fun time right now running into all of these ice blocks. Sure, just give it some attack. Alright, that's the win. And now you're gonna see why I put the Tide Pools in the deck. It's actually so broken that you can use all of these triggers in 1 turn. We just used Tethelan, Sorcerer's Apprentice. I guess we can also play an ice block. So we're at 5 out of 8. Mirror Entity, sure. Frozen Touch, sure. And it opens again. We can play another one. And we completed the quest. Yeah, this location is definitely broken as hell. So let's take the extra turn. There we go. Sure, take the Librarian, play Antonidas, Frost Nova. And there we go, 0 mana fireballs to the face. Oh yeah, it must be really fun to lose to this. I feel so toxic playing Mage. There we go. So that's actually gonna be it for today. I thought I'd make a little bit shorter video today. If you want me to make longer videos again where I play multiple matches on the deck, let me know in the comments. And yeah, thank you so much for the support you're showing to me. I'm still very new to this, just started this channel, so thank you so much to everybody who's been sticking around for my videos. And I'm gonna go live again, probably either today still or tomorrow, and you'll see if you can catch me on one of my streams. Thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.